Hey guys, sorry the video is so late. This is going to be your video that I promised of basic crafting supplies. I am sorry it took me so long. You know how the holidays get, they get a little bit hectic. So, anyways, I'm going to start with paper crafting. So, card making, anything that you would do with paper, they call paper crafting. So, what you're going to want is, the easiest way is just to get some basic cards. You can get them at Michael's, Joann's, Craft Warehouse, Walmart has them. And they're usually in packs with the cards and the envelopes. There's white ones. You can get brown ones, different sizes. You know, and what's great about blank ones is you can be used either way. So that's the cards. The Cardstock cards, and then you will need some cardstock paper, which I prefer to buy it in the pack with all the different colors, as well as a white pack. Sometimes I'll buy a black pack, but I don't need it as often usually because it's hard to write on and whatnot. I'd rather have the colors and the white so more color and whatnot shows through. Then you have some regular paper. These were on sale. They were at Michael's, 10 for $1. You can get all different kinds. I know some people would like that. I mean, there's just endless possibilities of things that you can get. There's the kind that looks like writing on burlap. These are great because you don't necessarily want a whole bunch like the packs of these. You can buy packs that have similar styles, though, like back to school packs that have all different kinds of papers that are back to school, and there's usually 2 of each piece of those papers in there. So you can get all kinds of paper. They can range pretty good pricing, all the way from 59 cents each, which can be a lot, to $2.99, $3.99 each if you get the premium glitter papers with, you know, whatever's in them, gold inlays. I have no idea. I don't buy that expensive paper generally unless it's on sale or I have a coupon. These were on sale, 10 for $1. So they were definitely worth it. I got like 30 sheets for $3. So got to have my kiddo help me pick those out. The next thing you need is a paper cutter. These things are magic for any kind of paper cutting. I pretty much don't use my scissors when I'm using paper. I just use this thing, and it has replaceable blades here. So you can replace this blade that's in here. And if it starts getting dull, and you can pull it out to do actual measurements to the blade or here. And then these are the measurements if you have it all the way out from 1 to 11, I think it goes to. And there's also on this one, the measurements here. This one is a Martha Stewart one. Woohoo! From, let's see, Michael's. It's actually, surprisingly, it's my favorite. I've had a Recollections one and I've had a Fisker's one. Neither of which I liked as much as this one. Not to plug Martha Stewart or anything. Of course, I don't really care as long as it works. And then as far as our glues, or as people like to call them, adhesives, we have Mod Podge. It is almost empty because I use it all the time, especially at Christmas time. You can use it to seal paint. You can use it to glue stuff down. You can use it to glue and seal. If you use it the right kind, you can put it through a dishwasher. So if you glue something onto a mug, you can then put it through the dishwasher and it's fine. This is not that one, but I do have that one. Next is also used for paper crafting is tape. This one got all fuzzy and warped, but it's double-sided tape. Usually comes like this. Again, Recollections brand from Michael's. You would think that I worked there at some point. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, so I have a lot of Michael's products because I worked there at one point. So this one is a permanent, and you can buy refills for them. This one's actually out, which is why I have this one. These are so simple to use. You just roll them across the page like that, and it puts the tape down for you. Once it's down, you then stick it. It's kind of like a glue, but it's instantly dry. Then we have this one, which I actually started using when I was doing, what's it called? The framing. This is what we use to stick down mat board. It is amazing, and it's just like a tape roll. It's the double-sided. So you can see this side here that's facing you is sticky. This side has paper on it, and when you peel that off, there's no way I can do that on my finger. When you peel off the other side, you get just a sheet of double-sided, or a strip of double-sided tape. So that's that one. Next thing I like to have around is a Sharpie, because you never know. Sharpies and duct tape are amazing. You never know when you'll need either. I always keep a Sharpie around. And a pen. I like the fine tip, but I have numerous ones that I use. Also, another kind of adhesive is one of the ones that I use all the time as well. Well, I guess I kind of use it all the time because it's the basics of crafting supplies. So I use them a lot because I do a lot of crafting. So there's technically, I think, 5 different types of glue guns. There's different styles and sizes, but that's not what I'm talking about. There's low temp, there's high temp, and there's multi-temp. And those ones have 2 settings, so you can switch between these 2, so you don't have to have 2 glue guns. And then there's also things like a glue pot, which is the same idea, except you stick the glue gun in here and you have the glue. This is not a necessity by any means. I just thought I'd show it to you, to confuse you. No, I'm just kidding. So the basics of a glue gun are you stick the glue stick down here in the end, and I use all temp glue sticks because I have 2 glue guns. You plug it in to the wall, it'll heat up, you wait a while, stick your glue stick in there, let it heat up, and once it's good, you can squeeze it out and the glue comes out. Be careful, it is very, very hot and can burn you. Literally, like, not just, oh, that's hot. Even the low temp is very hot. The high temp can literally leave burn marks. And I buy, because I have the mini size guns, I buy the mini size multi-temp glue sticks. Got this at Walmart for like $2.99, $3.99, something like that. Then we have glitter. There's lots of types of glitter, like thousands. This is one that I actually got in a dollar store pack. It is about a medium size, and it has the about medium size, and it's glitter. To me is kind of glitter other than the size. Like, I don't care. This is dollar store, this is Walmart, this is expensive Michael's. This, I had to have the fine, the ultra fine, for a project I was doing last Christmas, so I got this one. Other than that, it just, to me it's just messy and sparkly, and that's about it. And then this is the chunky glitter. This is what most kids' projects will use. Basic, just wanting sparkle. This is great. Or this one, I would not pay, unless you need the ultra fine, I wouldn't pay for it. Because it is more expensive. I think this was $9. This was $4, and this was a pack at a dollar store. Next, we have ribbon. There's several different kinds of ribbon that you can use. There's different sizes, different kinds. It's all up to your project. I have a ton of ribbon, and I will usually use the wired at Christmas, and everything else I use for hair ribbons. I would put them together for ribbons on my tutus that I make. I use them for card making. This is one of the kinds. I believe it is called ribbed ribbon because it has little bumps in it. See if I can get that up close enough for it to focus. There it kind of goes. Well, that's the ribbed part of it. Then there is sheer, which this isn't fully sheer, but you can see that you can see through it because it's sheer. It's like a lacy almost tulle kind of look inside. And then this is a satin. I have this type of ribbon in all different widths, as well as all kinds of colors, because it's amazing for a lot of stuff. Next, we have paint. I use a lot of paint. I do a lot of painting, and I'm not talking about like artistic painting. I'm talking about wood painting, painting letters on signs, all kinds of stuff. And this is acrylic. This is what you're going to want to use for most things, like wood, like tables, like, you know, all kinds of stuff, basically. There are different kinds of acrylic paint. There's different brands, which are better or not. There's different ones. Like this is a multi-surface satin. So what you're going to want to look for is if you want shiny, you want a gloss. If you want flat colored, you want a satin. This is a multi-surface, which is good because if you're going to use it on wood or on glass, this will kind of work on glass. It depends on what you're doing. Otherwise, this is what I generally have, is just acrylic paint. I like the Americana. It's about a mid-grade paint. And for the paint, you need to have paint brushes, all different sizes. I've got a super wide one. This is a Craft Smart brush. You can get them in packs at Michael's, and they are actually really great. They have a little rubber grip here. They're plastic, so they don't get all nasty like the wood ones do. There's square, there's angled, there's narrow. These are both square. Obviously, the paintbrush part here is square. These two are two of my precision tips. They're not even as close to as small as the ones that I do usually use. That's really blurry, so that probably wasn't all that helpful. But you can see how small they are. They're pretty tiny. I have smaller than that too. And then a sponge brush. These things are amazing for everything. Ask my husband because he has been using most of mine. He uses them for stuff in the garage and regular wall painting. You can use them in the corners. They're great. Or regular painting with acrylics. Mod Podge. These are wonderful with Mod Podge. And then I always just keep a container around. You can use a glass, whatever. I reuse these. You can tell they're really kind of gross inside, but they don't matter because all you're going to do is put warm water in here, stick your brushes in to clean them. And then last that I have, now that the video is going to be 15 minutes long, is a ruler to keep a straight edge as well as to measure things, obviously. You can also use the cutter if you have one of those. They are great and they have a ruler on them. And then scissors. Nothing special most of the time. You just need regular scissors. These are just Fiskars. Great scissors. If you're going to be cutting wire, you'll need something different like we did in our last video, or if you're cutting ribbon with wire in it, there's better scissors for those. But these are great. I have about 10 pairs of scissors for different things, but you just basically need a basic set. So that is all for this video. Again, sorry it took so long. And sorry that the video is so long, but there's a lot of supplies that you can get. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff. And if you watch my videos, there's always a list of the supplies you need before you get started on the project. And that is all. Have a great day, guys. Happy New Year.